Hello, I'm going to be discussing my final project. I have elected to use the work I'm doing with Interlochen Arts Academy on community outreach. We have a new president at this school, and he has decided to take a new initiative, which is to connect Interlochen to our community in Traverse City, Michigan. And he has asked for all of the art departments to think of ways that they can achieve this. And one of the really exciting things he's doing actually is coming up with great funding and scholarships to make Interlochen more accessible to broader demographics. And so I started researching how we could show that in dance, and actually connected with a woman in the community who has been researching bringing dance into the public school system. And she connected with a organization in Indianapolis called Kids Dance Outreach. The director of that program, Michael Johnson, actually danced with the director of our program, Joseph Morrissey, at the Boston Ballet. So we had that great connection, and we were able to visit and see their project in action. So Michael has, in the past 5 years, developed this program that is now in 20 schools in Indianapolis, and he has a wait list for 4 schools to join it. His main goal is to connect with schools that have underserved communities. So he had designed this very specific way to train dance to those students, and he does it in 10-week blocks where the students leave their class, and it is a separate class than their phys ed class or any of their academic classes. And the teacher of the class is involved in the dance portion of it. He brings in musicians. He has 2 musicians that accompany, and there are 2 teachers. It's a team teaching project. So what he does is he teaches them in those 10 weeks a piece that they will perform at the end. He has a social justice component to it, so that he is discussing a theme. The theme that we observed was Martin Luther King. So he was discussing civil rights, Martin Luther King, and that topic with the students as he trained them in this dance movement that is more similar to a Zumba or a jazz or musical theater style of movement. So they're not training in technique, but they certainly are learning to dance. And it was extraordinary and truly inspirational to see what he was doing with these students. So we have asked him to come to Traverse City to do a pilot project with a school here. So now my mission within the next few months is to meet with the president of Interlochen. I already have spoken with him at a talkback session he had with faculty and discuss this project. He's very interested, and him and I have had an email exchange. He wants to wait till our summer camp begins before he starts meeting in any serious way about this, but he sounds very interested in doing this. So what it would be is finding the funding to bring Michael and his partner Monica in to do this 2-week long project. They have given me a proposal, which I will also submit with my materials showing the work I'll be doing with this project. And the goal is in January of next year to bring them here for 2 weeks. We need to find a school that is willing to host this. It will be free of charge to them, and that will be the project itself actually will not have any charge to the school, so it will be a free program. So what we need to do is find a school that will host us for those 2 weeks, and then at the end of those 2 weeks, the students will perform something that Michael and Monica are going to teach them. The thought is that we need to have them come in and do it to really show what can be done. I will then also need to find 2 instructors and musicians in Traverse City who will go and be trained by them. So we will also need to find the funding for that. It's a very specific style of teaching. It's has a strong peer modeling component to it. Again, it's team taught. The teachers run it like a well-oiled machine. It is incredible to witness. The students, it's all very positive feedback, encouraging, and inspirational. They find great self-esteem, self awareness. They gain great confidence. This teaching style, the teaching management style, is very positive, very complimentary to the students and their process. So that is my final project, which is a project in still being devised, but I am very confident that we are going to have good results from this. So my submission here is my progress so far with this project. I had hoped that it would be more secure, but because I really feel that I don't want to reach out to any of the schools till we have firmed the Interlochen name being attached to it. Interlochen in the Traverse City community has an excellent reputation, and people are often really excited about having any collaboration with us. And so I feel that being able to talk to the president and get that permission to in Indianapolis, it's called the Kids Dance Outreach, and our thought here is to call it Interlochen Kids Dance Outreach. And I will be working as director of ultimately 2, possibly 3 faculty team teachers, and hopefully 2 to 3, 4 musicians that will all be trained in this method to bring dance to Traverse City, Michigan.